meeting new people, watching Disney movies, and dancing. She doesn't like bugs and horror movies, and that she one day hopes to become a physical therapist and work with children. She is who she is today because of her friends and family. Some more interesting facts about her is that she's an extrovert and her favorite season is fall. She loves Chinese New Year's because who wouldn't love spending time with your family and earning a little bit of moolah? She has traveled around most of Asia and hopes to be able to travel more in the future.
So Stephanie, what aspect of your cultural identity is the most important to you?
Being family oriented, because growing up, I was taught that family is very important, and throughout the years of being a part of a family, it wasn't that great until my mom brought home a friend of mine who she totally didn't know, and so taking him home was just like a really like totally different thing. So she taught me to be friendly with strangers, and not just that, but growing up family oriented also just taught me that you don't have to be blood to a part of a family. Every organization, you're just like a big family, and you can keep each other accountable. It doesn't just have to be blood. You don't have to rely on your mom and dad. You also have friends all around you. So that's what just being family oriented.
Thank you. For your second question, what is an important life lesson that you have learned?
For sure, appreciating myself. Growing up Asian American, my parents always taught me just to be humble, and I guess growing up also, just I was a pushover. If you've known me way back then, I was just a pushover, and then just going through college, it really taught me to be confident in myself and appreciate myself. Every single person I've ever met, you guys have either a good or bad impact on me, and it's up to me on how I want to take it and pick yourself up from it. So just appreciating yourself and putting yourself out there and doing your best.
Thank you. Our next contestant is Tina Trin, representing UNT-ASA. She's 22 years old from Sioux City, Iowa. She was raised in Minnesota and then moved to Texas a few years ago. She is of Vietnamese and Indian descent and fluent in Vietnamese. Her favorite Vietnamese dish is banh cuon, and she is a junior pursuing a degree in computer science. One of her dreams after college is to one day own her own video game company. Her current hobbies are trying to learn how to play the cello and going to the archery range. She enjoys reading in her spare time and loves Pokemon and League of Legends. She is an avid foodie, always looking for new food to try. People see her as a kind and quiet person and always full of positive energy. But once you get to know her, you will find that she is not shy at all.
Tina, for your first question, is there a lack of female representation in STEM jobs?
Yes, there is definitely a lack of female representatives in STEM jobs. Women can do anything that men can do. There are many reasons why, there are lack of female representatives in STEM jobs, which can be, maybe they were teased for being successful in a subject in school, or maybe the lack of encouragement, or maybe also because they just follow the stereotype that men are more capable in that field than women are. In my engineering class, I'm 1 out of 5 girls in a class of about 40 males. So how would one female feel about being in a class full of majority male? It can make her feel small and insignificant, but that's not true because, women can be whatever they want to be. They don't have to be inferior because they don't have to follow the stereotype or follow the gender gap. And I feel like, I will be one of those female representatives one day because I will be in the computer science major, and I hope to one day be a good influence to help other females empower to pursue what they actually want to do.
Thank you. So for your next question, how would you repay those who have supported you so far?
Definitely my parents, because they came over to America with no knowledge of English, and they had full-time jobs. They raised me, and my dad went to full-time school just to, you know, help me have the best life. And I really respect them for that. They're my role models and my inspiration. And I love them, and for me to be able to repay them back is to be able to walk down the aisle and get my diploma, because that's what they want for me, is to be successful. And I hope to repay them back by, you know, giving them a life of no financial stress in the future when they retire. And I would also repay my, you know, all the people around me, my friends, my family, my professors, my classmates, everyone who has been in my life. I want to repay them by helping them when they need me. I want to donate to charity in the future, and I definitely want to volunteer, continue volunteer, and helping out the community. And I wouldn't be who I am today if it wasn't for the positive influence around me.
Thank you. For our contestant is Danielle Trump. She is currently a junior at Baylor working on her bachelor's of business administration and marketing. Over the summer, she has worked at her family's company and received her license to sell property casualty insurance. Her goal is to follow in her parents' footsteps, take over the company, and help it expand to other cities' Asian communities. Her mom is her greatest inspiration. Despite her illness, she continues to work to support her family without asking for anything in return, and making sure that they had everything they needed. Danielle's hobbies include baking, desserts, and pastries, participating in martial arts, traveling, and dancing.
So Danielle, for your first question, what is one problem people should be aware of in your community?
Well, there's so many problems in this one, especially in Waco. There's body image, there's droughts, but there's so many problems, but a problem that hits right home to me is homelessness. And like I said, I'm from California, and you see a lot of homeless people out there. And it just breaks my heart to see them asking for money, just sitting there, and I can't do anything about it. The reason why it hits so close to home is because when I moved here, my parents, we kept moving around a lot, and eventually we became homeless, and we lived in a church by ourselves, and I used to have to take baths in a little tub because there was no shower or anything. So homelessness is a really big problem for me, and I feel like more people should be aware of it and try to help out and give up as much as they can. Even if they can't give money, try to buy like McDonald's for them or something, or sanitary pads or anything that you can give to them.
Thank you. For your second question, how and why should people give back to those in need?
I feel like people should give back to those in need because for me, giving people stuff or just helping them out in any way just fills my heart. It makes me really happy. And I don't know if everyone else feels that way, but to me, it's an amazing feeling. It's like you have purpose in your life. You'll see YouTube videos where people buy like $100 of food or make sandwiches for homeless people. And they'll record it to show people that random acts of kindness can just change anyone's life. And I feel like that's a big thing that people should start doing more and passing it along, like the ice bucket challenge. We should do a homeless challenge. Give food to everybody. Hashtag it, guys. It's gonna be a thing. And I feel like if we do that, we will reduce the homeless percentage like that. There are like 250,000 homeless kids right now. In Waco alone, you'll see, if you walk around, you'll see homeless people waiting by Taco Bell or something. And I feel like if we help them in any way, we could just brighten their day and change their lives.
Thank you. For our next contestant, Hillary Theo is currently a sophomore, biology major, pre-dental. She originally wanted to go to the pre-medical route, but she really wanted to help people. But then she realized that there were so many different ways to help others other than being a physician. She reconsidered what she wanted to do and then switched to pre-dental because she wanted to help others gain more confidence by having a better smile. Her aspirations in life is to be able to give back to the community and to help others feel welcomed and loved because that is what her friends have done for her, both inside and outside of VSA. She's very shy, but caring and also a big romantic. Her favorite quote is, "To the world you may be one person, but to one person you may be the world." In her free time, she enjoys drawing, reading manga, watching Korean dramas, and listening to Korean pop music.
I love you!
Haley, for your first question, why is it important to embrace your culture?
I think it is important to embrace your own culture because for me, I was born in Vietnam, and when I came over here, I was immersed in the American culture, and I felt like I needed to embrace my own Vietnamese culture because I really miss being there with my mom. And I think culture does not mean just who you are. It also shows a lot of history and value in your family tree line and what makes you become who you are. History is not something to be forgotten. History is to be learned from, and from that you can escape from a lot of mistakes, and learning from that we can improve a lot more in the future.
Thank you. For your second question, what constitutes true beauty?
In Vietnamese, there's this common phrase, "Cái nét đánh chết cái đẹp," which basically means the inner beauty is more important than the outer beauty. Because the outer beauty, although you might look pretty now, you might look cool, but in the next 50 years, your image is not going to look the same. But for your inner beauty, if you are nice and you help others, make friends, those friendships and all the important things that you do is gonna last for a lifetime. And it's especially important for me because I think friends are very important because my family never really put an importance in friendship. They just try to make it seem like you want money, you want a secure job, but without friends, I don't think I would be able to be happy as Baylor.
For our 10th contestant,